BBC Squirrel Dumplings. I'm Hovey Smith, the author of a book, Backyard Deer Hunting, and I want to tell you how to make simple dumplings. Now, in this recipe, I'm using them with squirrel, but they could be used with chicken or turkey or almost anything else.
Now, I have the remainder of the squirrel in its broth on the stove there. And so we're going to show you how to make simple dumplings. There's nothing to it, really. All you need is flour, salt, and liquid, and somehow to roll them out, and you can make dumplings. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We have flour, okay, not yay much, nothing too fancy here. Salt, yeah, yay much. Hound dog decides she wants some attention over here. I had one extra egg in the refrigerator, so we'll put that in. Not really necessary. And I'm going to put a little pepper in my dumplings. So we add some pepper. If it weren't squirrel, I probably wouldn't. But since it is, we'll use some pepper and a little liquid, in this case skim milk. Just a little. And we'll mix it. Spoon. All right. You can see now it's up into a stiff ball. Now that is just a tad too stiff. We need just a little more flexible than that. A little more liquid. And I'm going to get in it with my hands, but first I want to flour this. It's nothing more than aluminum foil, and I'm putting a little flour on it. And I've got it on a cutting board. So, okay. Oh, that's getting right. Because what you don't want it to do, you don't want it to stick to the fingers. You want it rolled in a coherent ball. Okay. There you go. Now you notice it's not sticking. Put it down in your pan. A little more flour on top. Flour your rolling pin. And then you proceed to roll out. Now if you're really a purist, you can cut your dumplings out in nice uniform square or rectangular shapes. Well, I'm not that much of a purist. Then you take a knife, cut your dumpling, cut your strip. Obviously this doesn't take much force. Although you do need a sharp blade. If you use a dull blade, you really won't cut, surprisingly enough. You would think almost anything would cut dough, but it's not so. Okay. Also, the sharper your blade, the less drag you'll get. And you pick up your dumpling, like that. And there you are. Get you a handful. Because you're going to drop these in the water one at a time. And you want your water to be a good boil. Conroe says, that smells like food. There ought to be something to eat around this place. Yeah, well, I don't think you want raw dough, dog. Or no, I don't really think you do. No, I don't think you want raw dough. All right. See how we're doing here. Oh, good. Just right. Drop them in, one at a time. Nice, ferocious boil here. But you can take my word for it. Yeah, we're really dropping them in the boiling water right here. Scattering them around the pan. All right, there you go, and that's what it looks like when it goes into the boiling water. Oh, those are starting to do nicely too. Okay. As the dumplings cook, they'll rise to the top of the pan. Yeah. All right. Things over where you can see. You can see the dumplings in the pan now. So that's what they look like, and they're about halfway through the cooking. It doesn't take long to do dumplings.
The dumplings are shown in the platter in the middle of the table. Dumplings are best done with material that has a little fat content with it. Squirrels do well, rabbits do well, most fowl. Duck makes excellent dumplings. So these are some things you can use. Now the recipes are in my books, Backyard Deer Hunting, Crossbow Hunting, Practical Bow Fishing, and these can be seen on my website, www.hovysmith.com, and you can also listen to my radio shows. Good eating from the outdoors.